Hello.
All right. Hello, everybody. We're here with Shantel Nwanguma with Paychex. And she's one of our members in our NIA Professionals Memorial Group. Hi, Shantel. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are y'all?
We're good. We're good. Holding the fort down, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody's saying right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Well, thank you for joining us. Will you tell us a little bit about you and Paychex and what y'all do?
Yeah, so I'm with Paychex. I am in our HR services department. And what Paychex does is we like to call ourselves a all-inclusive solution to small and medium-sized business owners who need assistance with everything from hire to retire. And what most people know us for is going to be our payroll and HR resources.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're asking all of our NIA members to join us in this interview style Q&A to help people from across the country. So I'm just going to start off asking you a couple of questions. The first one is, how has your company responded to the coronavirus?
Yeah, I think this is unprecedented times. So Paychex definitely, I think, has done a great job in just jumping in head first. I think that one thing that we did well was first try and gather as much information as possible and decode it. Because I think sometimes when we get some of that information, it's in language that majority of Americans and majority of people don't understand.
Right.
Yeah. So basically they got all that information, and if y'all remember, it was ever changing, and there was so much gray area when we first started that you had to pay attention constantly as things were coming out. So what Paychex did is that we were putting together webinars, live webinars for all of our clients, even people who weren't clients, and especially our CPAs, because we like to work in conjunction with them, more so like an extension of them, to assist their clients. And we love to make them look like the heroes. So we started off with them. We started off with our financial professionals and making sure that they were up to speed with what's going on, had the tools to relate us to their clients. But then next step, we made sure that we made ourselves available to all our clients who had questions. Everyone had to be educated and on top of their game with what was coming out, because at Paychex, we believe in not just bringing people on to the service, but my responsibility is to continue to be with them throughout their time with Paychex. Definitely client service heavy. And then with the Paychex Protection Program, we are all knowledgeable about what reports are needed so that when our clients reached out to us, we were just ready to be able to pull them. Everyone was given access to be able to pull these reports. So it didn't matter if they called their dedicated payroll specialist or they called you, the person who set them up. Everyone needed to be able to pull the reports they needed because as I'm not sure if y'all heard, but people are starting to say that the PPP has ran out. So it was huge to make sure that when people needed their reports, they got them as soon as possible.
Right.
Very good. Yeah.
Good job. That's awesome. Now, as an expert in your field, what tips do you have that you could share with our audience?
Yeah. So some tips that I have when it comes to just managing your payroll or managing your services at this time. One, I would say outsource. If you can outsource right now, just because I'm sure everyone's realizing at this moment, if you were doing it in-house, you're probably struggling to get everything that you are needing. If you're handling your HR in-house, you probably don't know whether or not you're being compliant. Two, handbooks need to be updated because this is our new normal. And there are a lot of policies and procedures that are changing, and that will continue to change. People, and you'll be surprised to hear this, there are a lot of businesses that are flourishing right now and are on a hiring spree. They're hiring a lot, but the way they're going about hiring is much different than it was even 2 months ago. And so people don't realize that in the hiring process, you put yourself at a lot of risk of lawsuits. If you aren't following a certain criteria and you're not asking the right questions or asking questions you probably shouldn't be asking, or demanding things that you probably should have written out first, you probably don't know that you're making some really big mistakes. And so you really want to consult a professional, someone like Paychex, to just walk you through this process and make sure that you're doing the best that you can right now. And also just take that little liability off your hands. Why have that liability? There's enough to worry about right now, where you can let the experts do what they're best at, which allows you to do what you're best at, which is bring revenue to the business. I mean, that really should be the focus, not so much the back office.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Very good.
And what opportunities have you identified that will alter the way business is operated, or your business operates, after this pandemic has passed us?
Yeah, I mean, my business, your business, anyone else's business, we're all realizing the importance of being virtual and being able to be very flexible and adaptable. I think that people are going to really utilize their virtual footprint. So whether that means, like I said, outsourcing to experts who can really give you a presence online, make sure people can find you, because people who weren't able to be found on Google before are probably rushing to claim their pages now, to make sure that people can get to them. I think for myself, I found a lot more efficiency. I'm touching more people and getting in front of more people today than I ever did beforehand, because I was driving around from one place to another, right?
And we're not spending our money on gas.
Exactly. I've saved a lot of money. Yeah. But no, I'm a people, just like you, Helen. I am a person who needs to be in front of people. I love making those connections. I miss it tremendously. But at the same time, I think we've all had to learn how to really get our personalities across and really build trust and rapport with people virtually. So we're getting that extra skill that we really need to have in order to touch people in the same way that we were able to touch them beforehand. But now more people. So more people touched within a shorter period of time. So then we have more work-life balance, hopefully. We're learning what's more important for us, or to us, like our families, and spending more time at home. So I think people are going to become a lot more efficient because of this. I've seen a lot of opportunity to be more efficient and to have a little bit more of a virtual footprint.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely 100% right. And now tell me, Paychex is across the country, right?
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. We actually even have, we're in Germany as well. We've become international. We're opening up, I think in don't quote me on this, I think Russia, but I'm not 100% sure. My focus is here in the US, but yes, we are all across the nation.
Okay, great. Can you tell our audience how to reach you directly for questions or for services?
Yep. If anyone has any questions, you can reach me by email. I do give my direct line out because that's how much of a people person I am. So you can reach me by my direct line, 281-460-7562, as well as my email, which is just the first letter of my first name, S, and my last name, which Oscar so eloquently was able to say, Nwanguma at paychex.com. And I'm also on LinkedIn. I am on I'm not sure if everyone has access to the NIA roster, but I am listed on there as well with all of my direct information.
Awesome.
Awesome. And if they can't find you directly, they can call us and find out how to reach you, but we'll get them to you for sure.
Great.
Thank you so much for taking time to talk with us today. Stay safe.
Yes.
And continue doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate your time.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Virtual hug.